This New York Knicks team is not the New York Knicks team anybody thought they were going to be all season long. How many analysts did we have on saying that Jalen Brunson was going to be a bust? Jalen Brunson was not going to fit with the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson was overrated, and he was lucky he had the playoff run that he had with Dallas last year. There is nothing lucky about this kid. 26 years old, a leader. You see the difference in Dallas right now with Kyrie Irving, and you can see the difference with the New York Knicks with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson right now has a left foot injury. He's been out, and this team has taken a couple of steps back. Quickly has stepped in very, very well. He's one of the best six-man right now in the league. He's going to be up for the six-man award. Congratulations to him, but he is not Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson should have been an all-star this year. Not only do I think he's an elite point guard in the league, as of right now, I would say he's a top 4, top 5 point guard in the league. But this New York Knicks team, they have played under pressure all season long. And I have to give a lot of credit to Tom Thibodeau. Even though Tom Thibodeau overplays a lot of his players, he did it in Chicago, he did it with Minnesota, and he didn't last long over there. He did it as the defensive coordinator for the Boston Celtics. Besides his rotations, I think Tom Thibodeau has done a great job this year. He should be up for Coach of the Year. The way this team is playing, with the amount of injuries they've dealt with, paying Fournier what they paid him last offseason, Derrick Rose hasn't really played this year, and figure out this young rotation with McBride and Obi Toppin and Grimes and Quickly. This could be the first time a New York Knicks team in a very long time that could be favored in the first round of the NBA playoffs. And that has a lot to do with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was hurt again on Thursday with a sore left foot. Jalen Brunson is going to be the man that's going to take the Knicks on his back in the playoffs on a run. It's not going to be the bricklayer. It's not going to be Julius Randle. It's not going to be RJ Barrett. They will play big parts, secondary parts to Jalen Brunson. But if the Knicks have any chance in the Eastern Conference to knock off Boston or Milwaukee or Cleveland or Miami, who's getting hot right now, they need Jalen Brunson. So my opinion right now is to sit him for the next 2.5, 3 weeks. Do not play him until maybe the last week of the season. So he's not flat for the playoffs. He's ready for the playoffs where you can get him into the playoffs and you know that he is going to go out there and give you the best possible game he can give you as your star point guard.
Yep, the Knicks have 14 games left in the regular season. You give him maybe 5 games at the end to try to get himself reacclimated to that. I think is a good approach too. Now, I wasn't against trying to bring him back in the one game against the Kings. So I'd rather have him do that than bring him back against the back-to-back with the Clippers and Lakers. Against a good Sacramento Kings team, they're number 2 in the West right now, the highest scoring offense in the NBA this season. You want to have a player like Jalen Brunson. Just unfortunate that he got hurt again. Now, I agree with you. You definitely have to hold him out at least 10 more games to make sure that nothing goes wrong, because Jalen Brunson gives you 2 things the Knicks have not had at the point guard position: spacing and leadership. Spacing for assists, for him creating his own shot, which he's done a tremendous job at, better than he ever did in Dallas, and spacing where the Knicks team offense collectively has been a lot more efficient this season. RJ Barrett has been a lot more efficient. Emmanuel Quickly has been a lot more efficient. They have a lot of wing depth that is striving because of Jalen Brunson that the Knicks never really thought of as having before, with these veteran point guards they brought in from other teams, or point guards like Raymond Felton that were below average at best. That's not going to bode well for a Knicks team that in today's game needs spacing, needs ball movement.
None of those point guards on the New York Knicks, when they were there, are anywhere close to this kid.
Right.
The leadership that Jalen Brunson gives the New York Knicks when he is on the court is better than we've ever seen a young player at this age give the Knicks at that position. The Quicklys of the world. Do you think that Jalen Brunson hasn't helped him develop? How about RJ Barrett and his development this year? He's been on and off, but when he is on, who do you think has helped him on the court develop his skill as a 3 or a 2-man on the New York Knicks?
Especially from an efficiency standpoint, because Barrett used to just chuck shots up that weren't smart shots. Now he's taking a lot more smart shots because of Brunson.
Yes, because he's putting him in the right position to succeed. The only person that loves to force up shots is our boy, Julius, a.k.a. Bricklayer Randle. I'm not taking shots at Julius Randle. He is an all-star this year. He is a good player. I do believe he's overrated. And I think that the Knicks need Jalen Brunson to be that number 1 guy. If Randle wants to be the number 2 or the number 3, he'll probably be the number 2. That's fine. The ball needs to come out of Jalen Brunson's hands first. And for that, you need him healthy in the playoffs. You saw what he did for Dallas last year. Dallas would have never made it to the Western Conference Finals last year without him.